dog.
Uh-oh, awkward silence. I caught you. Welcome to Cute Mania Live. That was Within a Reverie. They've been on the show a few times, actually. They were on the Thanksgiving soiree. I had a Thanksgiving soiree with a couple bands, and we feasted on, I think they had a charcuterie board. I don't know. It was
Charcuterie.
they're from New York. You know, they don't know how to do it the right way. You know, or no, actually, no, they're from Orlando. Excuse me. Maintenance is from New York, so they had a charcuterie board. Anyway, enough about them, right? Glossa is from. Am I saying that right? Is it Glossa or Glossa?
Oh, yeah. Have we settled that yet? Are we Glossa?
Are you stretching the O?
No, we're Glossa.
Yeah, okay.
Mix it.
Well, welcome, guys. You guys are out in Salt Lake City. Welcome to the show. It's nice to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you
And
for having
thank
us.
you,
Nice to be
thank
here.
you for allowing me to scratch off Utah on my list of states.
You're welcome. We felt it.
Where's my? Wait, we got to get a round of applause here. Yes, yes, yes. How's the weather out there? You know, I like to start with
Nice enough that we should be scared.
that. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Is it too warm?
It's way too warm in Salt Lake City right now.
Is
The
it
air
not
quality
supposed to be?
is just as terrible as it usually is, though. So we got
Oh,
that
that's
going
good.
for
Yeah.
us.
At least you got
Yeah.
that going for you.
Yeah, it's us versus Beijing. It's usually one of us is on top. I think we might be
Whoa,
on top right now in terms of
What do you mean?
bad
What do
air
you mean?
quality.
It's us versus Beijing. What does that mean?
Salt Lake City basically rivals Beijing for like air quality.
Well,
And
I
they
didn't I see that when I was looking up the facts and stuff.
They
I didn't see anything about that.
warnings and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you guys need to fix your shit. Right?
Yeah.
Well, fuck you.
Just put warnings on the highway that are just like consider carpooling to work. Basically, the air is poison here. It's because we live in a big
Awesome.
valley and there's a lot of inversion. And
They're not nothing to do with the salt, though, right?
No, that's I mean, like it might later when the lake dries up and there's a bunch of
Now,
toxic
does
in the air.
does like the fast food restaurants and the restaurants around there? Do they just scoop salt out and put it on the table there? Is that how it works, or do they have to get they have to put like the iodine that
Yeah, we
crap?
keep
in?
it farm to table.
When I
Uh,
worked
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Smash Burger, part of my job was I had to go out to the salt flats once a week
With a
bunch
bucket,
of
with a
buckets.
bucket. Yeah, I don't think it's the same thing, really, right? At all.
No,
Like,
no,
it's
no.
not.
No.
But doesn't it have like more salt in it than the ocean? Didn't I? Isn't that
So
true?
basically the entirety of like this valley and then also the neighboring valley, Utah Valley, down south, was a giant inland ocean in prehistoric times. And so the
Oh,
Great Salt
okay.
Lake is kind of the last little bit of that hasn't dried up. And so it's highly concentrated. It's very buoyant. Very
swim in
similar
it?
levels.
They-
People do.
yeah, it's gross.
People do. They come out smelling like a pickle.
Oh, that's got to be
so-
sexy, you know. For
Yeah,
the
Utah Lake, people go boating on it, and you'll get these like wakes of just green funk.
So it's not like
Oh,
white. Then I'm thinking white.
Nah. Well,
Wow.
so the Utah Lake, I've never swam on the Utah Lake. I know people like you can't get to the bottom because you just shoot back up because of the buoyancy.
Yeah.
The Salt Lake, the Utah Lake is
But
Oh,
Utah Lake is just vile and gross. Geneva used to like cool their steel in that, and then food just get dumped in there. It's just like the
Yeah,
shit
we have a lot of mining in this state.
Yeah, we do
and,
too.
Yeah, and so like it does what mining concerns do to natural bodies of water,
Yeah.
which is completely fucked
Which is
them
not
up.
good for any.
Yeah, not
bucket.
good.
Yeah. Well, we mine coal. So what do you guys mine for? What do you guys mine for?
Or steel.
Yeah,
Geneva
yeah,
steel
right,
is-
yep.
yeah,
and
Yep.
copper. We
Copper.
copper mine.
yeah,
Yeah, that's right. Copper mine. Isn't there a rapper named Copper Mine? There should be. If not,
Probably.
I will be him. I will be that guy. I don't rap. At all.
You're in West Virginia, aren't you?
I am, yeah. We the coal is kind of going out. You know, it's not as big as it was. You know, the
Yeah.
coal towns are pretty much ghost towns now. But,
Yeah.
and it's more in the south. Like they call it the southern coal fields. You know, there's a lot
Okay.
of in there, but that
Yeah,
you know,
I'm from Richmond, so it's fairly close. But
but you're not not in the best. You're not from the best of Virginia. We're the best Virginia. You know,
Yeah.
we're the better one. I've been to Richmond though. Richmond's nice.
All those maps are typo, man. It's pronounced Best Virginia, Greg. Oh, geez.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a new thing that we're kind of throwing out to people, you know, so they'll know.
the W's like sorry.
Yeah. Virginia's nice. I've been there several times, you know, just for different things. Richmond and see, I don't think I've been to Roanoke or like Newport News or that area, but Virginia Beach several times. Yeah.
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 My I still visit out there, but my favorite place is Old Town Williamsburg. I
Oh
like
yeah. Gosh,
weird
I don't.
historical shit.
Yeah, Colonial Williamsburg. Yeah, I haven't been there. I think I've been there once when I was real little. And I don't remember, but yeah, a lot of people from around here go. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
like
all like
history, so like I anything
dressed
like
up.
that, I go. Yeah,
Did you go?
Richmond is a
Wait,
big
did
one.
you go to Colonial Williamsburg dressed up like colonial times? Did you have the
Yes, yes.
knickerbockers?
That's
I
the only
did
way you're
not.
allowed to. You can't get in unless you dress like that. You know.
Yeah, it's the colonial Renaissance fair.
Go get your powdered wig. Come on.
It's like those people that dress up in like medieval times and they have a big festival. What do
Yeah.
they call that? Was it the
The Ren
Renaissance?
Fair,
Yeah,
Renaissance Fair.
Yeah.
it's just like that without swords
Dude, I
and
used to make
different
fun of that
clothes.
until one day I went, and I'm just like, all right, I get
Are you
it now.
hooked?
Yeah,
You're hooked now.
I
You
was.
don't wear that stuff like at home, like pajamas, do you?
Nah, that's
Why-
I only say.
I just said pajamas. I never say pajamas. I always say pajamas. I don't know why I said it like that. That was weird.
I think I say pajamas too.
Or
I'm a
PJs.
pajamas.
Pajamas.
I'm a
PJs.
pajamas, not a pajamas.
You guys know
Tomato,
You guys know anybody
pajamas.
named PJ? That would be
Yeah, I
awesome.
do know somebody named PJ.
Does he wear pajamas? I don't know. I'm being weird. I don't know. Hey,
I'm-
you guys are also you're another first. You guys are a lot of firsts today, which is
Oh,
awesome. This here logo it's like a weather guy. Everything's backwards, but this logo is brand new for this year.
Hell yeah.
And I just got this wall graphic last week from Sticker Mule, and there it is. For very first time on the show.
Maiden voyage with the new graphic.
Hell yeah.
Very cool.
And-
I like
You
it.
got our name
And
up on the thing and everything. That's very
There's perks of being on the show. I send stickers to the guests, and I just got these in. These are the new ones with the new logo.
Oh, badass.
very
These
nice.
have
Oh,
your
yeah.
name on them. I wrote your name on. Okay, on the back. Oh, I'll send them out to you. Everybody gets a sticker when they get on the show. You guys have stickers? You have Glossa stickers?
No, we have stickers from when we were called Temple Smoke.
Fine, I'll rock that.
You know, well, I can tell you the story about
I'll
that.
send you some collector's item stickers from our old band name.
I actually have vintage Keep Mania Live stickers somewhere. I don't know what I did with them, but anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell the story. I
Um,
want to hear the story for sure.
So I've been writing this thing for like 7 years now, and originally, I had it named Temple Smoke, and I'll say why in a sec.
Why are you telling me? Tell him.
Because you think it's funny. It is funny.
It's funny.
All right, so I named the band after a beard oil. So, anyways,
That's good. That's clever, I guess.
I didn't know this for like
I have
3
no room.
years.
I
when was
can't
in the
talk about
band,
that.
And I heard it and then Randy Cordner, who mixed and mastered our record, told me about it, and I was just like,
What's it called?
Yeah.
Temple what? Temple Smoke?
Say what from across the valley?
So does it smell like Temple Smoke? Is that why they call it that?
it's my favorite beard oil. It's got like incense in it and stuff. So now I guess we're like pitching it, but yeah.
Yeah. I need to go get some of that so I can smell you. That's weird. Maybe not. Maybe not.
I'm going to tell you right now that just like every other doom metal band, we do not smell like anything you would want to put in your beard.
Well, yeah. But what about you? Don't smell like BO though, do you?
No.
Okay,
no.
well, yeah, all right.
Clean.
Well, I mean,
There's
there's
no
some people are into that. There's groups and groups of people. That's because they can't
We're
smell
not-
themselves. You know.
We're not crust.
Oh yeah, huffers. Yeah, no, I know
Huffers?
about that. Yeah.
Are you talking about Jenkum?
Oh,
Well,
No.
tell me a little bit about yourselves and Glossa and your life in Salt Lake City and things like that. I've never been out that way, so I don't really know. I've been to the West Coast, but I've never been to Utah.
Well,
if you point me on this, you go.
all right. Well, I'll tell you the rest of the Temple Smoke thing, and then I'll.
Oh yeah. My bad. Did I interrupt
No,
you?
you're good. So it took us like 7 years for this, or probably 6 or 7 years to finally finish this and get it out. And I changed some things in the band, finally like got John Ross involved with it.
This was the logistical things. It wasn't like, because I mean, like, you're going to hear the record and you're going to be like, this is good, this rules, but how did this take 7 years? And a lot of that was just like, I live down in Provo, I work a lot, and so like,
Yeah.
there's a set
Time and money is what it is. Time and money.
it's time. Yeah, it's time and it's money. It's not necessarily, like we weren't like slaving over this every day for 7 years, like it's the damn Iliad or something like that.
it right. I just can't get it right. Yeah, every day.
I
Every day.
just can't count to 8.
Yeah.
But, no, well,
Why are they
there's a whole
tapping their foot
different-
different than me? Sorry. Okay, go ahead.
You're good. There was a whole shift in focus too. Prior, it was very like stoner metal-ish and whatnot, and I just didn't feel it anymore. And so I rewrote a lot of the stuff and then brought John Ross on. So at the time of that whole time of writing this, there was this bunch of dudes in Vietnam that started using Temple Smoke maybe like 4 years ago, and they came
Those
out with like
bastards.
two. Right. So they came out with like 2 albums by the time we even finished ours. So like, fuck it, they can keep it. I don't care.
We know what happens when Americans try to fuck with Vietnam. So we
They
wanna
always
be right
take
through
over.
that
They
now.
take something from us every time. Yeah, bastards.
So yeah, so then
Good
one
reason
day
to get back
John,
there.
right? Yeah. And so yeah, we were just sitting there trying to figure out names, and John Ross was like, "Oh, what about Glossa?" And I was like, "Well, what does it mean?" He's like, "Well, the definition means a word that needs more meaning." I was like, "That's funny." All right.
It's a word that's used in occult studies a lot, and it basically is like it's akin to a magic word, basically, like or an
I didn't
occult
look it
word.
up. See, I usually look it up. I usually
Yeah,
look it up like
yeah.
way
It's
before, but I never
it's
did.
related to tongues, obviously, like glossolalia, that kind of a thing. And so, like for Graver, Glossa, the band is a storytelling vehicle. And so that's something that he wanted to emphasize. We went through a couple of different variations. We were almost going to be Codex Gigas, which is like the name of that like gigantic book
Oh yeah,
in Eastern
Jesus,
Europe, that
that would
gigantic
be kind of
manuscript.
that's a lot to say on
Yeah.
stage.
I
And for
mean,
me,
like, everyone's trying to have incomprehensible band logos. And for a while
yeah.
there, we were thinking, like, why not just start with making it an unpronounceable name?
Yeah, let's and then write it out in vines. Yeah, so we
Yeah,
can't read
and
it.
then
Yeah,
let's
just
write it out all fucked up
yeah.
in tree branches and whatnot. Yeah,
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 man, I can't stand that because like I'll see it like a band like on Instagram or something, a band that I know will post a show, and if it's around here, I want to go, but I want to know who else is playing, but I can't read any of them because they all have that.
Yeah.
How are you promoting your band? How if nobody can read it? How? I don't, I thought it was going away there for a while because there was this big blow up of it. Everybody was doing it, even on shirts and stuff. But you bought the shirt, you know what band it is.
Well, like black
It's
metal
like an
kind
optical
became,
illusion,
like, a kind of mainstream aesthetic for a while, and like even
Yeah,
rappers that, like in the last Kanye record looks like a damn Burzum album
Well,
it's horrible. Like
for a couple of reasons.
I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't understand why we would want to make it's like a child wrote it, a child.
Yeah.
And like a 2-year-old. Maybe there's some 2-year-olds that can write in calligraphy. I don't know. There might be, but it doesn't. It looks terrible, and you don't know who they are, so you have to ask somebody who they are. I mean, why do they want it? Like, do they think they're going to get around circles?
Like,
Or something?
a lot of metal is about it's about questions of accessibility and things like that. A lot of meta conversations about heavy music in general, extreme music. I mean, and this is the same way in punk, right? Like you don't know if you don't already know, then like you're not supposed to know, and like
then you're not in the club, right?
Right, and like I don't think that that's necessarily meant to be as much of a Mean Girls thing. I think it's more about like for a long time.
Wait. Okay, keep going. I just wanted to.
Yeah,
okay,
up until like very recently, like like metal has enjoyed a lot of mainstreamification in the last like 10 years, 10 to 20 years. Like even starting with something as simple as like Metalocalypse, the cartoon, kind of all of a sudden, like when you watch that show, people who weren't familiar with any of this stuff suddenly know the names of every single like obscure black metal band that ever lit a cigarette in the vicinity of a church.
Are you wait? Hold on. Are you a stand-up comedian? Because this could work. Seriously, I'm no, because it's little things like that. Like you're a storyteller, but you put in like the Mean Girls thing. You throw that in there, and the things around the church. That's funny. I would laugh.
I mean, this is just my dumbass stoner patois, Scott. You
should do it. You should. I'm telling you, you could have a side gig going here. You come on anytime and just do this for like 15 minutes.
River actually goes up and does stand up. He does.
Oh yeah.
Mic nights.
All right, come on. Let's hear it. I'm putting you on the spot. Sure. Open mic, comedy open mic right now.
Your version of the Aristocrats, Graver.
There you go. No, what we could do though, we could do like an Instagram live one evening, and you could co-host with me, and we'll do like a comedy open mic right there on Instagram.
I'll hold your phone. I'll hold your phone when you go to Wise Guys.
We can do it.
Oh,
something different. No, I that's one thing I haven't had on here as a comedian. I'd love to have a comedian on here. It would be funny.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got a few that I can make you with.
Holy shit!
What happened? Did the lake dry up? What happened?
Not yet.
Yeah, I thought I was having a
doesn't it though? Like, is there like if it is there's probably not tides like the ocean, right? But like if the water goes up a little bit, I guess, and then because of rain or whatever, then goes back down. Does it leave like salt deposits on the shore? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, does it do anything like that?
Yeah, it's gross looking.
It's like,
but it's green, right? You said it's green.
Yeah.
What?
the Salt Lake is beautiful in the same way that, like, have you ever heard of the Salton Sea out in Southern California? That kind of disastrous man-made lake that went toxic.
Yes, I have now. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Salt Lake, the Great Salt Lake and the Salt Flats are like beautiful in that kind of desolate, forbidden zone kind of.
And people ride bikes. I think I saw people. There was some kind of park on one of the Salt Flats when I was on Google Earth, and it was, I guess, you can bike out there and stuff.
We're outdoorsy as shit out here. Even the fat people go hiking,
except for us. We chill inside. But
I just bought some socks from this company in Vermont. I'm not going to plug them or anything, but I got on customer service because I needed some good freaking socks. You know, I'm sick of holes in my socks. I just hate it. But this person was in Utah and somewhere, and they were like a big like outdoor skier, big outdoorsy person, and they said these are perfect for what you need. Because they said, well, what do you do and what do you need them for? But they were $51 for a pair.
Is it Solomon?
Oh my God!
But they are excellent. I don't have them on right now, but they are excellent socks.
I used to buy Solomon socks.
No, they're not Solomon.
Like super outdoorsy. And
is that a Freemasons thing? Solomon socks?
No,
actually, well, I'll just go ahead and say it, because they are good socks. They're called Darn Tough. So you would assume that they're tough. You would assume, you know.
Yeah, are they?
They're a Vermont company.
For $51, they better come to my house and beat the shit out of me.
Or two pairs. I'm sorry, two pairs of them. 2 pairs for 51.
Still.
And it's not free shipping. It's free shipping. That's the whole selling point. Spend $50, we'll give you free shipping. I mean, come on, really? You're just forcing me to buy things.
Absolutely.
Did you know that the site of the world's first KFC was in Salt Lake City? Did you know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I've eaten at that historic KFC. I'm glad that that's the weird site in Utah you asked us about.
There's a weird story, or not a weird story, but it's an interesting story behind that whole first KFC thing, because, you know, it was Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Right.
I'll just let people read about it because I'm not going to go through all that. It's a Wikipedia thing. Just read it, you know. But yeah, I guess the first one is in Salt Lake City. So congratulations for the first KFC. We love it out here.
Thank you.
That is that's our primary contribution to world civilization,
American commerce or whatever,
and world domination.
Yeah, that's going to be our UNESCO heritage site. Is that first KFC?
I got to use massive torch because my Zippo just went out, so I got to, you know what I mean? I got it. Burn my freaking nose off because it sticks out so far. I love ice cream. I'm a big fan of ice cream. Okay, and this was the very first thing that came up on the page of I think it was Atlas Obscura. Snowgrove, the ice cream cone.
No,
the double cones.
It's the black ice cream cone. It's the super metal ice.
The cones that are just there, and there's no building anymore. Please. I guess
so
the building's gone.
The Snowgroves basically got bought by a Jimmy John's, but the sign is like a historic site. Is a Utah
the big ice cream scooper or whatever. Or the
scoops, they weren't allowed to take it down, but they were allowed to basically repaint it. And so it's this Jimmy John's, and the cone is just completely black. It's the most metal ice cream that has ever existed.
It's a chocolate cone, an Oreo cone. It's an Oreo cone. Well, were you able to have that ice cream before they
I've been there,
yeah.
Wasn't it?
Do they still have a shop anywhere, or is it completely gone?
No. That's a chocolate place.
Oh, okay.
That's the chocolatier.
Right.
I'm a big chocolatier fan.
I'm
also a master.
We have a chocolatier here who was on what was it, TLC or the Cooking Channel or whatever. There's a famous chocolatier here. And they can't be that famous, I guess, because I don't know his name. But like, I'm also I don't subscribe to Chocolate Aficionado Monthly.
You should, and then you would know it, and we wouldn't be at this point.
Listen, if I were going to get into that world, I would go with the Chocoholic Times.
Then you're going to have to get in with the wine people at that point. You know, you just
right.
That's a whole different scene. You know,
I got a whole bunch of Yoo-hoo that I'm swirling around in a glass.
Yoo-hoo, yes, Yoo-hoo. The watery chocolate milk.
Opens up the flavors of this Yoo-hoo
candy cigar.
There were some musicians that I forgot to write them down, but there's the guy from Panic at the Disco, I guess the guitar player or something. He's
one of the guys from Panic at the Disco is
Damon or something.
Former LDS. I don't know if he's from Utah.
Yeah. It was something about Salt Lake City, and then he grew up there. He wasn't born there, but he grew up there. From
the Killers are connected to here.
You guys, this is cheating. You're cheating. You're looking. I can see you reading.
No, I'm not reading.
I'm looking at my homework.
No. We're doing that thing like that chess
No,
player
that's
that
good
was.
though. That's good though
No,
because
but it's,
you can't. Some things you just can't name off the spot. Like the guy I had on last time from Michigan. He asked me, who are some famous people from West Virginia? I had to look it up. I couldn't remember. You can't remember like on the spot.
The White family.
yeah, Jesco White, right? I mean, like that's the
Yeah.
big one.
Oh
No,
well,
but
yeah,
like
yeah. Brad
the guy
Brad
from
Paisley.
the guy from
Brad
Clap Your
Paisley's from
Hands
here.
Say Yeah is from West Virginia.
Who's
At
that?
least the Clap Your Hands Say Yeah was like kind of an indie band in the 2000s. They were really
Okay.
good, and that guy's from West Virginia.
Brad Paisley. Brad Paisley's from here.
Brad Paisley's from there.
Jennifer Garner, that's an actress, but yeah, she's from here.
Yeah.
These are people that don't care about West Virginia anymore.
Yeah. Right.
People from your state that don't give a shit about it anymore. Yeah, when I
kind
get
of
big
a
and
thing
famous,
about,
I
like-
won't forget the little people. Yes, you will.
That is kind of a thing about here is that like the famous people that like are from here still tend to at least like come back and hang out, at least keep like a house here or something like that.
Yeah,
like
a gigantic house, right?
Yeah, a huge one up on the hills.
There
Like,
are some
look,
gigantic
cousins.
houses because you can see that stuff on Google Earth, and you can Google Street and look right at the front door.
Oh, you don't even know.
Sometimes.
Listen. In Mormon culture, prosperity equals piety, and so
Those people.
there's no
Are you
such
guys
thing as
of the Mormon faith of it all?
we both grew up LDS. We're no longer. We've been deprogrammed. We've deprogrammed ourselves.
Did you escape? Because I mean, there's all that stuff all over TV, people that are escaping, and it's like a big deal.
Oh,
Like,
that's the polygamy.
That's
those
different?
Are the FLDS.
Yeah.
That's
and
different,
like
then.
We
Okay.
just get shunned when you leave, and then they stop talking to you.
I
Yeah.
mean, like like it gets socially awkward, and it makes Christmas and Thanksgiving shitty for about 10 years.
They'll get over it.
And and then eventually your folks get over it. But like
Yeah.
it is an existential crisis for those but whatever time you leave is always a bit of an existential crisis, unless you're just one of those people that came out of the womb going like, God is not real, fuck all of this, which there are people like that.
Well, okay, that brings me to something. So there's I guess the big cemetery that's kind of away from the city a little bit. There's I think it was Lily or something like that. It's a grave site.
Beast.
The beast, out of the beast or something. Yeah, that was.
I'm there almost like every weekend.
But then you read the story behind it, and you're like, oh. So it's not really like what you think it might be.
Yeah,
it's
so the
more of
beast
a
is the-
ex-husband kind of deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, the beast is the government. Not pissed off.
No, polygamous circles, especially the U.S. government, is called the beast, and the kind of the welfare scam that polygamists do in Utah is referred to colloquially as bleeding the beast.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So,
but there's quite a bit of money wrapped up in that church, though. They have their own banks, don't they? Don't they have their own banks that they run?
They got everything, man. They got their own banks. They got Elephant Man's bones down in Russell M. Nelson's secret basement. They got they got solid gold everything.
Oh, I did see there was a thing that came up on the Obscura that of a pyramid, like a small kind of pyramid. But it's it's not a cult, but it's just a religion about like mummification, and that was strange.
Mummified. That's
I was there 3 times.
we were
Summon
supposed to go on a little band date. You and
is
me.
it Summon a band?
Summon, yeah.
Yes.
So
It's
his
interesting, really.
sarcophagus is inside of the pyramid. So like they have a class you walk in, and then they have this whole so they kind of rewrote the Kabbalion, and then they'll kind of give you a refresher on people are visiting, but right in the back with the gold sarcophagus is his fucking body. It's pretty cool. They're rad. But I will say this, they are the reason why like our alcohol laws got laxed here in Utah, which were like insane for a while. So they are cool.
And they make their own wine in there too at that pyramid. It said on the site.
Mm-hmm.
They're nice people.
Yeah. Mummy booze.
And also
it was interesting to read about that. It's interesting to read about different religions and what they believe in and things like that. That was an interesting read. I didn't know whether to bring that up or not. You just never know how receptive they're going to be to what you're talking about. And
no, Utah is a place of like high spiritual idiosyncrasy.
That's a big word. I don't think people watching the show are going to know what that is. So we're going to have to do some like layman's terms or Cliff Notes or something like that.
So, like Mormonism in general is definitely like a religion of study. All right, it's a religion it's a culture where you're encouraged to delve deep into it. They don't want you reading anything else but their material, and so they just go keep reading it until it makes sense. Okay. And so, as a result, you get a lot of people because it's scripture. And what do we know about like, weird scripture? Everyone reads it differently. It's a Rorschach test. And so like everyone goes down these specific rabbit holes as to like, this is the big thing that I need to focus on. This is the weird aspect of the religion, and like, so like around here, people are already kind of programmed to behave that way a little bit in the dominant religious culture.
Yeah, that's
and when
programming.
some people leave and they just become regular civilians. Other people leave and like they go on a quest. They're not done with spirituality. They're just done with doing it Mormon style. They go to some. It's already
like
one of the weirder
like
mainstream Christian religions, and so they just go to weird places after that.
Like Burning Man.
Yeah, or Rainbow
like Burning Man.
Yeah, like Burning Man.
Or what is it, Ibis? Or maybe they go to Ibis. Okay, so we chat a little bit. People know a little bit about you. Let's play Blood Moon. That's the one that's not released yet, right?
Oh yeah.
Tell the folks a little bit about this song, and we'll listen to as much of it as we possibly can because it is a good 7 minutes, and it's very, very good.
It's definitely like one of our. I mean, like they're all heavy. We advertise it as all heavy all the time, but like for me, it's one of my favorites that we play just because it's like comparatively like balls to the wall in terms of doom and like doom adjacent music and whatnot, which is typically like a little bit slower. This has got a little bit more of a groove to it, and Graver, tell them about like what the song is about.
So most of the songs that I write, I have like a story in my head, and then I write the music to the story. It sounds kind of schizo, but it's not. But
yeah, that's cool.
The story of the song is this like warrior who is like the best, whatever, but then starts questioning everything. Like, why is he doing this? Like, what's the point of even doing this anymore? And then some guy basically tells him to like go out into the jungle and meet this priestess.
It's Beowulf, but make it postmodern.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you play, JR?
I play bass and I do about half of the vocals. Awesome. So you'll hear me first on this track, and then Graver comes in.
Justin, do you also play guitar when you sing?
Yeah. So I'm doing guitar and vocals as well.
Yeah.
And then I guess synths, but yeah.
Graver did the synths on the record, but obviously he's not going to grow an extra pair of hands and do that live.
Probably.
Why not? That would be way better if you did.
I probably could use my.
Then you could start like a religion or a cult. Why not?
Yeah. The cult of the hand feet.
We've got sides.
The sacred order of the playing synth and guitar at the same time.
Here's Glossa with Blood Moon, and this one's unreleased. And we'll talk about when it comes out and all that stuff here a little bit later on the show, but enjoy this. This is awesome.
Yeah. Are we just like on while it's like playing?
I'm going to mute you guys if that's cool.
Yeah.
want to cut this one a little bit short because the next one is excellent, and I want to listen to it, as much as that one also as possible. So I wanted to cut that one a little bit short. We did listen to most of it though. There's only like about a minute left, maybe something like that. I think you guys are still on mute, by the way.
There we go.
I just took it off.
There you go. Maybe it takes a minute. It takes to get a little bit to get to here to West Virginia. Once you hit latency. Speaking of long distances, I'll plug a couple things here, and then we'll continue. I have some really cool shows coming up because they're repeat guests that were on. Some of them, like the one in May, they haven't been on since episode 31. You guys are 244, so it's been quite a while.
Yeah, that's right.
The very first foreign band that I had on from Finland, Rats Will Feast, will be on May 10th, and I'm very excited about that. They were first on episode 31. Back when I got my start, I cringed and watched some of it a couple days ago, and oh man, did I get But you got to, it's a learning thing, and I've never done anything like this before, so you got to start somewhere and blah blah blah. But yes, they were. I love those guys. I still, I've been in contact with them since they were on, and they're. I can't say anything about what they're doing because it's it's their thing. But yeah, we'll have them on May 10th, and we haven't nailed down the time yet, but I believe they're 7 hours ahead, so it'll be early, probably here, probably 1 or 2 o'clock, something like that. And then on the 31st, which is at this point is the next show, January 31st, which I guess is next Tuesday or Wednesday, from Milan, Italy. Break Me Down will be back on again. They were on, I believe it was a year ago, but they still hold the, I guess the record. I don't know, but they have the most views of any show that since I've been on YouTube. So like I started the show on Facebook, and. Yeah. So episode 40 was the very first show on YouTube. So from 40 until now, they've had the most views of anybody on there. So they're going to be on again, and they got some. I think I can say this too because they put some new stuff out, but I believe they have some other stuff coming. Maybe before that show. I don't know next week, but I don't know who else is going to join because it was just Larete the last time. So it might be him again. It might be. Hopefully somebody else comes on with him though. But I'd like to meet the rest of them. But it's really cool learning other cultures. They're basically just like us, music wise and friends wise, and but there's just a few things different culturally, especially Finland. There's a few things different, but the things that their favorite things to eat are a lot different than ours.
Santa Claus is so fucked up and scary. Ours is way better. I normally don't.
I did have a guy that their band I Am Your God, and they're from like northern Finland. Like up near where like the northern lights are and like you can see the northern lights, and then like it's daytime for a really long time, like they don't see nighttime, shit like that. So like but yeah, there's a town right next to their town called Santa Claus. It's Santa Claus, Finland. I kid you not. Look it up.
Yeah.
It's Christmas all the time. Not just some of the time. He said it's the most annoying thing ever. But they're a metal band, so they can take out their aggression,
Well, I was about to ask what Christmas metal sounds like, but we've all heard Trans-Siberian Orchestra, so I guess,
goodness, yes. I mean, the first time you hear that, yes, it's fascinating, but it's like the Mariah Carey song. Not good anymore. Yeah. Not good anymore.
I will take Mariah Carey over like we took Carol of the Bells, we made it rock and roll.
Yeah. Oh, yes. It's cringy.
This isn't your grandma's Christmas carols.
Is it just the two of you in the band? Who plays drums? Is that computer drums?
No. So Andy Patterson, who's one of the greats in general, not just from Salt Lake. Fantastic drummer, fantastic producer. Played with Sabrosa. Currently plays in the Odolith. Plays
Yodelith, like yodeling.
Yeah.
Yodeling?
Sorry.
You said Yodelith, like yodeling, like
the Otolith. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Oto OTO.
I was gonna say I gotta get them on. That sounds interesting.
Yodeler. Yeah, no, he's a fantastic yodeler too. So Andy produced and engineered the record. Okay. Is playing the drums on there, and he's just like the busiest man in the world with a lot of bands, playing in a lot of bands that we greatly respect and don't want to interfere with. And so right now we're working with Sebastian Smith from Folk Hogan, who's fantastic.
I mean, even that recording sounds good. Even though it's non-released, I don't know if it's ready. It sounds ready to me.
Yeah, that's done. That's in the can. Those are the songs, kid.
When are they? When does this come out? Like is it going to be an EP or like a full album that's coming?
Oh, it's a full album.
Nice.
We're gonna release it sometime in March.
Can you send it to me like now, just so I can hear
it? Of course.
I swear I won't play it anywhere. No, seriously.
When we come out to West Virginia, I expect to see a whole slew of. I expect the welcome wagon. Play it for everybody out there.
Oh, I can get you the welcome wagon.
All right.
Wow, the welcome wagon. I can't even talk right now. The welcome wagon. I'm in the band chat, and somehow people are confused that we're not practicing. That we're supposed to practice tomorrow. We discussed this. Do I have to do everything? Bastards.
Being in a band as an adult babysitter.
Well, the thing is, like, okay, so the band Maintenance from Yonkers, New York, that I know, that I've never met them in person, but they're we're good friends through the show and everything. But they're doing like an East Coast tour, and they're coming down. They wanted to come through here and do a show, and they're like, "Can you?" I don't have any like pull anywhere to get anybody to play, but I just can tell you where would be a good place for
where to hit up. Yeah.
And so there's a place down the road here called Music on Main, and it's very good. The guy went to Full Sail, so like he knows what he's doing when it comes to sounds and atmosphere.
Very cool.
So it's a studio / stage, and plus he has lessons and stuff like that. Well, I was like that would be a terrific spot, So me and Rob we released a couple songs, and we're like, if we pick up a bass player to drummer, we could play this with them, because that at this point it was in November, so we have a few months here to get some stuff together. So that's what we're actually opening that entire show with this band. This is another local band called Drugstore Skinny.
Oh yeah,
and
that's a great name, and that's a great shirt.
They're also gonna play, but I was like, Rob, we can do this. We picked up my buddy Rick that I used to jam with back in the day. He's our bass player, and Josh Fincham is going to play. Well, he was going to play drums, but Rob has switched with him recently, and Rob's going to be on drums, and Josh is going to be on guitar because he's more comfortable with that. And I'm the singer, sort of.
Oh yeah.
I'm not very good at that, but and synth. You said synth. There's nothing wrong with synth. I have a different kind of synth, but I have a Moog D-Fam. I don't know if you've heard of this. But, yeah. You got to get yourself. I can't get it. It's clear over there, but I actually have two of them. Because one was in the shop, and I can't stand not having the thing around. It's like a puppy, you know what I mean?
Right.
I must have it. But the problem is they're like $700, so you have to. It's a very expensive puppy to have. But I have an really old one, and then I have a newer one that I kind of swap out. But you can also sync them together. I haven't really gotten into that yet, because that's a whole another puppy for sure. Like I don't know why I keep referencing puppies, but what's he say? Lord.
Huh?
My name's not Lord. Lord, I just got home. Let me eat and shower. I don't care. I'm not Lord. Go pray to your other... Okay, I don't know what's going on there. Group chats are so strange because you don't know, like if you're not in the conversation and you just look at your phone, it's like you have to... what's going on here? Why are we talking about lottery tickets? Like stuff like that.
God.
No idea what's happening. Well, okay. So what? How did I never really asked this? But it came from your beard oil. It came from that. But the idea of the band and you guys coming together, how did that happen? Like how did Glossa kind of?
This is Graver's brainchild.
Yeah. So I have like a monitor on my phone. I've got like a list of like 200 plus stories. Little tidbit things that I find fascinating that I write songs about or want to. Mm-hmm. And as like John Ross mentioned, like I see the band as like a storyteller because I like telling stories. And so that's kind of and I love doom and like heaviness, and I haven't found anything that kind of resonates to that style that I like or like want to hear. And so just thought, okay, well, I need to do it. So, but yeah. And then I've known John Ross for, I don't know, ever since I was like 17. I was in this other band in Provo called Salt City Sound. And then he was the first person that showed up at our show.
Hell yeah. Super fan. Right?
Yeah. So then my buddy Scott Wardle was in the band for a while. Bless his heart. We made this analogy together. He hates counting and wants to just like go at it on the bass. And I told him I get it. Like your music's more cocaine, my music's more weed. And he's like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. And so for a while, I just kept, picking at the songs, changing them up, making them like more interesting or whatnot. And then I asked John Ross to play bass, and he's got a beautiful voice. So I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Although mostly on this record, I just like scream my face off.
Yeah, it sounds great.
It works. It works. It really does. It's very good. I was trying to think of how I found you guys, but it's probably just like the Instagram ad or just that the way the algorithm works, I guess.
Yeah.
Instagram.
Yeah.
But as soon as I heard was it Panic? The long title. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I've got to see what this is about because the title's long as hell. What's it called? I got to look back. Panic Breathing the Mystic Smoke.
Yeah.
My goodness. I was like, and then I heard it. I was like, oh yes. Who are these? I gotta know about these dudes. How did you arrive at that title? And why?
So,
and like, could you shorten it a little bit to like initials or something?
We actually have an initials. We have a song on the record that's called Lesser Banishing Ritual of the Pentagram that's just called LBRP.
Thank God. Well,
for short.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to say that.
Oh, God, you don't know the half of it. One of my best friends, another fantastic musician who you should have on, his name is Drew Danbury. He's out of Baltimore. He is the king of the long
Well, I don't know if I want to have him on then. He's got that shit going
after
on.
shows,
After show, he's just going to be saying the name of a Drew Danbury song.
I know it's going to be pronunciation class, pretty much. He works on having a board, man.
Panic. So the song is essentially about like I think if I had to like really break it down is about like the trepidation and like the pure fear that comes at the exact moment of growth, the exact moment of time when you are basically when you hit the point of no return, when you've made a decision to go to a place and you're there and it's frightening even just for a second. And so in this song, Graver envisioned like a neophyte, like a young acolyte basically like taking his big first psychedelic trip or whatever, and like going through shadow work. A lot of the chorus is about like shadow be my guide, drag me through my dreams. And
now,
so
you guys don't partake in the Lord's lettuce, do you?
Oh, absolutely. I've been doing it this entire time, my friend.
I wanted to make sure because like this is the
this podcast is sponsored by this liquid death can bong that I made.
That's awesome. I take it you're out of a bong or a pipe today.
Yeah. Well, at
any rate, Panic Breathing the Mystic Smoke basically kind of was a good image for me in terms of like that exact situation where I'm like, oh, I'm in it. I'm there. I had a very similar experience when I went through the LDS temple rites before I went on my LDS mission, because it is an extremely culty kind of situation.
Is that the same as like the Jehovah's Witnesses that knock on the door?
It's the same as the Freemasonry, basically. Joseph Smith stole it from the Freemasons, but there's a lot of stuff in there that you don't hear about even being a lifelong Mormon until you get there. And when you get there, there's this moment for a lot of people, myself included, that's like, oh, fuck, I'm in a cult. This is insane. I don't know if I want to do this, and so Panic Breathing the Mystic Smoke is about that moment, basically.
I grew up Methodist, so like a lot of kids grow up in church. Some don't, but some do.
Yeah.
And you get to the point I didn't have the cult moment like that, but like you get to a certain age and you're like, is this really? Am I really believing this stuff? Because when you grow up in it, you're just taught to that's what you believe. That's what you should believe, right? And like it's a bad thing,
So like the Mormons, so Baptist, Methodist, and all that. It's essentially just like having church on Sunday, still like reading your script, your Bible, whatever, that type of thing. The Mormons took that, but then added more to it of like, oh well, we've got this other program you excel to go to, and that's what the whole temple thing is,
right? So I mean, like, just every religion has its own rites, and every religion has even its like most sacred rites or its most like most exclusive rites, we'll say rites. And so I mean, like, yeah, the song is the title comes from the moment of trepidation when you're at that point of no return.
So just a question about the LDS though, and the FLDS, I guess. did they branch from LDS, the FLDS? And
They're the fundamentalist Latter-day Saints. They're the ones that still practice polygamy.
okay, that's pretty much the only difference. I mean, is their religion the
they
same?
also do they claim to engage in forms of what we call the United Order, which is kind of like a Mormon
That's the
proto-socialism.
order, yeah, they call it the order or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
So the United Order was basically like Marxist Mormonism. Everything was held in
Okay.
common. So like the FLDS still at least claims to practice that. It's obviously a lot more corrupt and weird and complicated than what the
Well, their
claims are.
leader's not even their leader's in jail.
Yeah,
so.
no, he's in jail. He's writing to
Well,
him
they're
from
not
jail.
their
He's
leader. I
sending
guess
him weird
they're
tapes with his stupid
prophet,
weak
I guess.
voice. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like they don't have enough people to run the thing, right? You know,
Right.
They got,
you could have Joe Biden doing it, and you don't want him doing it. So. I'm not going to get into that. I usually don't talk religion or politics on the show, but that's Salt Lake City is
Well,
Yeah,
that's the thing with
everyone's going to ask us.
that's the thing with us as well, where it has a story aspect, but it's also like spirituality. Like not where we're like preaching and whatnot, but like the whole esoteric side. That's another thing that's like entwined with what we're trying to
Yeah, and
push.
I don't want to. I don't like to keep anything from anybody. It's freaking America. It's free speech. You can do anything you want. I just don't like to get in like some people you can't talk politics with because they'll debate you to death. You know what I mean?
Those are podcast killers usually. I think that like
They are, yeah.
But
But when it's like this, it's interesting because then I have questions and we're just engaging in general conversation.
absolutely.
It sometimes it gets. I've been there before. Some guy talking about you should become a liberal. No, I'm not going to be a liberal just because you tell me to. Just it was. But that was very early in the show, and you learn from things. Yeah. But this when I when I saw the title, I was like, I gotta see what this is. And then when I heard it, I was like, I got to know more about this stuff. This is good. I mean,
Well, good, it's working.
Oh yeah, man. All right.
it's really good.
So
But how many tracks are going to be on the album? And how?
7.5.
Which in due metal
So we're
years,
probably good
like
at looking
that
at it.
record's gonna
Good
take
4
you
hours
5
of listening
to
here.
listen.
About
What's
4 or
that?
5 hours to listen to it. About 4 or 5
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. That's excellent.
One song is one trip to work for
Hey,
me.
That's
Well, maybe
you
two
gotta have
songs.
something to listen to at all times, and just continue to listen to Glossa because we'll probably never get to the end, right?
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's a forever album.
Yeah.
And just wait for the hidden track, right? Wait for the hidden track.
There actually is one.
It's 15 minutes. Anyway,
Yes.
this is the song that I when I discovered you guys, this is the very first song I heard. It's excellent. We'll listen to as much as we can. We got a little bit of time here. We might be able to get the whole thing. I hope we do. So I'm
It's
gonna
one of
stop
our
talking.
shorter
So we can
ones.
listen to it.
It is the shortest song we wrote.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say this. Okay, never mind. All right. Panic Breathing the Mystic Smoke, or PBMS. PMS? No, PBMS. Okay. We'll do it.
PBMS, that sounds like peanut butter menstruation syndrome.
It could be. Yeah. Coming to a store near you.
All
or
right,
something.
Graver, we got to call the printer. We got to do a recall.
Yes. You got to start all over again. All right. Here's Glossa with Panic Breathing the Mystic Smoke. It's out everywhere. And then we'll come right back and wrap up in a little bit. Oh, I hate doing that. Come on. I got to turn the volume up first. That might help. friends. That's for sure. That's worth the freaking applause because that's freaking excellent.
Dan, did you hear that crowd?
Yeah, that was great, man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I turned them up again. They're going wild and taking their boobies out.
Stop you.
Just me in the crowd telling them to stop clapping. Shut up.
Shut up.
Hey, shh.
Shut up. This is serious.
These kids are all confused about practice. I thought you said Sunday. Well, we did say Sunday, but then Josh he's got to work at 5 a.m., so he didn't want to do Sunday. So then we said Saturday, and now everybody's confused. Why is this so difficult?
Oh,
How
man.
many people are in your band?
Well, just 4 of us, like it shouldn't be this difficult,
That's why you kept to do a 3-piece because it's less back.
Well, I mean, it was a
We
2-piece
still have
because
the
it's just
same problem with our 3-piece.
it was just me and Rob, but we didn't want to do a drum track live. I mean, nobody wants to see just drum. That's
Listen.
dumb.
If you're watching this, if you're listening to this right now and you haven't been in a band, you want to know what being in a band is like. Imagine if you were in a polycule that never fucked.
Fuck.
It was so much. It's so much fun. They said, right? It would be so much fun. They said. I hate those memes.
You just go and watch.
I don't know how to watch the show, Rick says. Come on. Okay, you know how to TikTok. You have 11,000 followers on TikTok, and you don't know how to watch my show. Okay. Lies, That's bass players, Right? It's not always the drummer. It's not always the drummer. It's the bass player this time.
Oh, yeah, we're fuckers, too.
Well, we all are, but, but I blame Rick. This
Phil
day, I blame
Lynott,
Rick.
Jakob Pastorius, all dickheads.
What?
Who are they?
I'm naming different bassists.
Flea.
Flea's a nice guy, I bet. Flea's a nice. I bet
You would
Flea's
think
nice.
with a name like Flea, he has to be a nice guy. You would think.
Yeah. Like you're already the diminutive dude, and then you go around introducing yourself by the thing that most people would be insecure about the most.
He's in one of the friendliest bands too. One of the friendliest bands ever.
Yeah.
You would think. You would
He sounds like a real big piece of shit.
Chili Peppers don't want to do you harm. They want you to come out to California and enjoy some of those almonds.
I don't want to. It's overrun with Californians. I have been to California one time. When I was like 12, we went out there. We have a cousin that lives out there, but it's and I didn't get to experience like the big earthquake either. I was like, what are you guys complaining about? I didn't feel anything, I don't see what
Never arrived for that at Disneyland or something.
The big earthquake.
You guys don't get earthquakes there, do you? I don't think it goes.
Oh, we had one 2020.
I mean, we have one. We have them here, but they're not. They're just. You just feel a little bit.
Yeah.
No.
I grabbed my cat fast as shit, ran down out of the apartment because I thought my building was going to come down, but it did not.
But then that was shaking. The ground was also shaking when you got there, right? So you're like, "Holy shit, the world's ending."
I was down in Provo. I was on the toilet when the earthquake happened.
Nice. All right. Tell us this story for sure.
Did I cause this?
No,
no.
I called out in the house, like, did y'all feel that, or am I really stoned on this toilet?
Or did you really have that bad of a stomach ache?
Yeah, I know, right? I thought it was just an extra case of the grumblies.
It could have been. Yeah. Are you feeling that? Because I'm feeling that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how to watch this show. That's like that's gonna be the motto of the show. I don't know how to watch the show. That he can use TikTok. He can do all that and get 11,000 followers on there, but he doesn't know how to turn on YouTube. Come on, all you do is turn it on. There I am. Whoa! But you have to subscribe first. If you're not subscribed, it's not gonna show up. So.
I'll design you something, Scott. I'll design you a shirt for Acute Mania that's a picture of like your dude going, I don't know how to watch the show.
I don't know how to watch. He's got long hair. He kind of looks like a guy with long hair, but he's really short. He's a fantastic bass player though. If he did figure it out and he's watching.
All right, so
fantastic bass player. I love you, Rick.
He's not gonna see it. He doesn't know how to get on here.
Yeah, he's never gonna.
He's lying. He's probably been watching the whole time. He's lying. He's got to be lying.
Oh yeah.
He's older than I am. How do you not? Well, I guess older people really don't know how to use this stuff.
That's true.
These damn kids and their technology.
I don't know how any of this is happening.
There's two of you, and it would be epic if you would both subscribe because that would put me at 475.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do it. Absolutely.
Because there's a question in the survey that I'm going to send you that asks you if you subscribed, and if you lie, I will know about it.
Okay. All right.
I will know about it because I can see the numbers here. See, I have access to the analytics.
Shit,
yeah.
man, this is worse than the Panopticon.
Oh, I'll tie you down like a son of a bitch, like BDSM. You know what I mean? So you guys need to cut. You need to bring this music to the East Coast. This is I haven't really heard this style, whatever it is. I don't want to name it in a genre because I've heard mallcore, I've heard candycore, I've heard applecore. I don't know what it is, but it's awesome. It's stoner rockish. I don't know. I don't even know what that stuff is. But like,
someone joked about it the other day and said we're ethereal doom. And I was like, all right, I'm taking that.
That sounds excellent. Yeah, we'll go with that. Bring it to the East Coast. Do a little
I think
tour,
we're too beefy to be ethereal.
All right.
Yeah, bring it this way though. Get to that. You guys are well on your way to get to that point though. I mean, you're already there pretty much. You know, just bring it. Get this way. Bring it over here. We'll do a show together. And if we don't we'll jam here in the room. You know, it's
sounds good to me, man.
There's not a whole lot of room. It gets sweaty in here in the summertime, but who cares? It's all about the music. You know?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take my shirt off.
And the neighbors. It's all about the neighbors. Also, the neighbors love it. The neighbors. No, I'm lucky because the people that live right next door to me, they have hearing aids. So at night, the later we play, the better because they take their hearing aids out at night.
Oh, good. Yeah.
That's the perfect one for them.
Hell yeah.
They've only complained once in the I moved in here in 2013, so they've only complained one time. Just turn it down a tad, as they said. So we turned it up a tad. You know, they haven't said anything, so I think they got the point. You know.
Oh yes.
Very nice people. Very nice people. Hey, there's 3 watching, so that means Rick's probably one of them. Maybe.
Right, Rick.
It doesn't tell me. It just tells me there's 3 watching. It's hit and miss on the show, but there's always views after the show's over. You know.
Yeah, I know. For sure.
Watch live on a Saturday night. You know. What else are they doing? They ain't doing anything. Watch the damn show. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll get to that point one time.
Put it on.
One of these days, I'll get people will put it on their calendars to watch.
Follow us on the Instagram unless you found out about this from our Instagram.
Yeah, and tell your buds.
Then unfollow us and then refollow us again.
That way the numbers are that way it shows that you're accumulating. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how.
Okay. So.
Oh, and 2 likes. Unless that was you guys. Did you?
No,
like
I haven't touched the computer.
Oh wait.
No.
Oh well. Guess who's in the chat room now? We have a chat. He always does this. He did this on the last show at the very, very end of the show, which is where we're at. Josh, our guitar player, is in the chat, and he just put a bunch of cartoon emojis. I've never seen those emojis before.
What do they look like? Describe these hieroglyphics to me.
I don't know if you can. You see that? I've never seen those before.
There's
a poop emoji, I think.
There's no brown.
I
don't. That's dumb. Everybody says a heart. That's just stupid.
Is that because I got the poop emoji?
But see, it's a weird heart. I don't know. No, it's a speaker. It's a speaker. Maybe his phone's one of those flip phones or something.
It's our lyrics.
Yeah, that's right. Send me your lyrics. I would like, and for the other one, if you don't mind too.
Yeah.
Are they going to be? Are you selling physicals of these?
Yeah, we're going to be making tapes for sure, and we're looking into vinyls in the future. And then we're also going to be doing a thing where we take some really great art from some of our talented friends. Graydon Clough is one of them. Who's somebody else is doing the art for us? Graver's photography.
I'm for it.
And so like we're going to take some of that, and we're going to basically give people a high quality print with a QR code so that they get something physical.
Yes.
Right. It's not just a QR code. They get something physical, and then they can go listen to it on their.
Will you guys sign my copy, and I will get one of those from you. Just sign my copy.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Awesome. I will send you guys out some stickers. Send me your snail mail address at some point. You don't have to do it right now. It's you guys got
yeah.
But at some point, I'll send you
guys so much for having us.
Thank you for coming on. It's very nice. Been very nice talking to you. Come back for sure.
Absolutely.
Like, when the album drops, you should come back.
Yeah,
we'll talk about the entire album, and we'll do a 4-hour show. That way, we can cover every song. You know what
I mean? All right, big marathon. All right, Super Bowl Sunday. Be here.
Oh, we should definitely do the Super Bowl. Nobody's watching that shit anyway. Nobody's watching unless it's their team. It's my team, so I'm gonna watch. No, you're not. I'm gonna watch it for the commercials, like I always do. Maybe, probably not though.
I'm not gonna watch the Super Bowl.
I picked a really good. Really good outro tonight. I picked a really good one. This is a band called Fubar, and they're from Pittsburgh, and their guitar player unfortunately passed away. He had I think it was like sinus cancer, but I was lucky enough to meet him and have him on the show. He came on the show, and then I met him in person like a month later, and got to meet him in person and all that stuff. I did it. Somehow I didn't hear about his passing, but I did a tribute show, and the rest of the band came on, and we did a show. Gosh, when was that? September? Maybe it was August. I can't remember right, but so check out that show if you want to watch it. We did a tribute to him. And and it was really cool, really nice meeting him. But they just put out a new single. They're continuing the band. You know, they're still playing out, and they're badass. They're really, and they do all their own DIY recording, everything. And it sounds phenomenal. It's like it sounds professional, you know. But they do it all themselves, and they play out all the time. I need to go catch them again next time they play. But this is their new song. It's called Minds Connect. I don't know if it's part of an EP. I don't know if it's part of an album. I don't know any of that yet, but I just know that the new single is great. Glossa, thank you guys so much for marking off Utah off of my list of states. I'm one step closer.
Scratch it off. You got to come back and get some more guys. We got fantastic bands out here. Shout out to our friends.
I'll send some
Pain, Last, Portal to the Goddamn Blood Dimension, Baby Girl, Cult Leader. Got amazing bands out here in Utah. Great, heavy shit.
I love those names too.
Really good. Jane Broom.
The Osmonds.
The Osmonds fucking rule.
Osmonds.
The Osmonds will fucking make your hair white.
Yeah.
Turn your pubes straight.
I mean, a lot of people.
I'm down for that for sure. Yeah, I need to get some of that therapy. I'll send out a stack of business cards as well with the stickers. That way you can throw them out in the crowd. Throw them in the crowd when you're jamming.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll say it again last.
All right. Cool. Yeah.
Well, thank you guys again. And here is Fubar with Minds Connect. I will be back for sure next. What is freaking the 31st? Let me look here. Where's
Wednesday.
my calendar? Is it Wednesday? Okay, we'll go with Wednesday. Next Wednesday at yeah, it is Wednesday. No, it's not. It's not next Wednesday either. It's not next Wednesday. It's because today's only the 20th. That would be my next show. So if you want to be on the show, I want to do a damn show next week. I hate going weeks and weeks without shows, you know, in days and hours, you know. But let's talk. Get one of your friends from Utah there, and let's have them on next week. See if they want to do it.
All right. Sympathy Pain just came out with a new record, and so did Last actually this year. Actually, I think everyone has come out with new songs.
Actually, I do have somebody, but it won't be till the end of next week. I think they want to do Friday.
Sympathy Pain came out with the latest new record out of the crop of our Utah friends. That's called Swan Dive. It's on the Ghost is Clear Records, and it's fantastic. You can actually go see a video right now called Falling Through, which I edited and directed for them, put together.
Nice. Well, send me that put that in the
the
we
can put it in the links. We can put it in the stuff. Yeah. For sure.
Put that in there, and because it saves after the meeting. I think it does. But I will get it before we jump out. But, I would love. I think I do have a band be a return guest. I don't want to say anything yet, but I believe they want to do Friday. So I still want to do. I'll do another person at the beginning of the week. You know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You guys can co-host if you want.
I would love that.
It'd be fun.
I can wear my suit.
Then you can ask them the question you've always wanted to ask them. You know. On here, you know, they'll never know. They'll never know.
That would be, I would love that if we just used it as a format to like bring our friends on and be like, oh, we think that they think that they're getting interviewed about their record and that we're like special guest co-hosts. I pull out a sheet of paper. I've got my suit on, and I'm like, Skylar. So it was fucked up a couple of years ago.
And I heard you slept with so and so's girlthing or something like that. Yeah.
No, he would never. He would never.
Make it all fake. Make it all fake things. Fake facts.
Yeah.
That they'll think, but be all serious.
Just turning it into the airing of grievances like on Festivus.
Do you remember when you ate my
that would be awesome.
All right.
We'll do some planning.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Thank you guys again. Here is Fubar with Minds Connect. Enjoy it if you would like. I think I got to go pick up Raw because I hate picking up people. But, you know, it's the band. Hey, we got to practice or whatever. So, anyway. But I will see you guys for sure. I will see you on the 31st. But I think it's if we don't schedule anybody else, it'll be sometime Friday. I think at this point. But it'll be all over the things that you see the show information on. The website. That's one thing. The new website will be up hopefully Tuesday. I think we're kind of hoping for Tuesday. And the developer, I would like to have him on also. He's from Zimbabwe, but he lives in the United States now. And he said he would love to be on, maybe just for a little bit, not like a full show, but maybe give him some more business from bands and whoever might want a website. He did a really good job on it, and it's I can't wait to launch it. So
Okay.
Launch that shit. You know what I mean? Right? Launch it. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna launch Fubar. Thank you guys again.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
I'm just living in a fantasy. Why do you act like the way you do? Is it created in your mind or embedded? I have an answer. Your standards set so many years ago. You'll be the first to write our guide. Somehow you can't let this one go. No. And one of these days you will see the light. Some take a year, some take most of life. When minds connect, you don't even have to try. But no, I'm just living in a fantasy.